Makes sense. So
He's
we're
in
just
the
gonna
video.
we're just gonna go live then. We're gonna pretend like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I gotta turn this off. I had a heater going. I got cold during the first podcast.
Oh, you need my old laptop over here. It's blowing heat on me.
It, it's only like 20 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So down in the basement.
Wow, it's even colder here. It's 1.
1 F, 1 C.
Yes.
No.
See.
No.
I see.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I see? Oh wait,
Do you see what I see?
Christmas is past.
Do you see icy?
Where I am currently visiting, the forecast at 17 degrees currently Fahrenheit. So you can, yeah, it's a little chilly.
Feels like too freaking cold to go outside.
Yeah. Feels like let's do the podcast from the spare bedroom and not the garage this time. For our veteran listeners that remember my last visit.
See, it's just 27, so it's not so bad.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Subtropical.
Exactly. And that's 27 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Yeah. Not that F, but
So when you list a Celsius temperature, do you say what's the F?
Yep. We say that a lot about our fellow actors.
Wow.
What's the expression? I'm just saying.
Not saying, I'm just saying.
Just saying. I saw a T-shirt the other day that said "Whiskey Tango Foxtrot."
What does that mean? They like to drink and dance.
Yeah. That's it.
And
on that note, we'd like to thank you for listening to another
Welcome to 2015.
That's right.
It only gets better from here.
Does it really? I mean, really, does it?
That's
there's
my
not much
promise. I
place to go.
solemnly promise to our listeners, it only goes uphill from here. We're setting the bar for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Wait, is uphill better?
Good. Well, we know it flows downhill.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we also know that we used to have to go uphill twice on the way to school and the way home from school.
In the
absolutely.
Barefoot.
That's right.
Yes.
And we
carried my brothers and sisters on my back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Should we do a podcast tonight?
Oh, okay.
Why not? Hey, I know that I'm portable on an iPad and all, so I don't have the option, but Mr. Land Monkey, do you have a lower third? Or just a bad cop tonight?
I had a lower third. I don't know why it went away. Let me put it back.
It became the upper third.
I'm in a moderated video call. Okay, that's weird. I can't use control room.
Okay.
What about Hangout Toolbar?
Toolbox.
Or Toolbox.
I think it's Toolbox.
It'd help if I used the right thing, eh? Gosh, I'm silly.
I wish I had the option on the iPad, but
custom overlay. No, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. I did have it all on. It just all disappeared when we went live.
Yeah,
it's done that before.
I didn't even notice.
The Googles are not our friends tonight.
No, they're not. The Googles are going to get spanked later. All right.
Oh, I think I know that song. Spank the Googles.
Don't you know you wanna spank the Googles?
Nope, that's
All
not
right.
the version I was thinking of, oddly enough. And there we go. We won't be able to put this episode up because of
and our rating has changed. All right, and I don't know if we're using the Q&A tonight, but I've got it up and running. So.
I've got it up as well. And
awesome.
I'm starting us off, so I'm going to click, and off we go. There we are. Welcome to Caching in the Northwest. This is the only podcast dedicated to geocaching in the Great Pacific Northwest. We're going to talk about caches and cachers unique to this little corner of the country. So leave that 2014 thinking behind. It's time to go 2015 caching in the Northwest.
Oh, yes. Welcome to Caching in the Northwest, and welcome to 2015. We're going to be talking about New Year's caching resolutions tonight. And in order to do just that, we need to bring in our resolute friend. Some say he still has a working 8-track tape player in his car, and he wears plaid boxers specifically on Mondays. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Hey, well, I'm not sure how information about my boxers leaked out, but I'm going to need to reassess the Facebook security settings in the household and look for hidden cameras. But other than that, after 2 weeks' absence, it is great to be back on the show with you fine gentlemen, even though you do harass me at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's...
It's all done in love.
You know, Facebook security is a really tough thing to manage. Did you know if you have Facebook on your phone, they do have a feature called Listen, where they'll listen in to background conversations and music you're listening to? You can get some specialized ads just because of that.
That's classy.
Isn't it, though? Hey, and that's probably how we know about your boxers, and that's where we're going to leave that. I know we only missed a week, but it seems like so much longer. You know, I actually felt guilty not podcasting last Thursday night. I know. We're spending time with our family on Christmas Day, but it's still, I still had it in my head. It's Thursday. I've got to go podcast.
Yeah, I didn't feel guilty, but I did miss you guys.
I've missed a couple of weeks, and it is great to be back. And as we said, the holidays are behind us. We're moving forward. Also, 2014 is behind us. That's the other thing. I knew there was something else behind us. Couldn't quite remember. Check my shoulder. Today, up in the beautiful province of British Columbia in the Lower Mainland, we kicked off 2015 in style. The Land Monkeys, we went and helped co-host a geocaching event, GC5HJ2N, with listener of the show, Dora Moore.
All right.
Yeah, she joined us and she did some baking for the event and helped bring the hot drinks. We were on Dees Island in Dees Island Park. We're pretty sure we counted at least 90 cachers this morning coming out for the first caching morning of 2015 to have a hot cup of hot chocolate or tea and fantastic caching fellowship.
Well, since you brought it up, I have to ask if Dr. D was there, since, you know, hot chocolate is the only criteria he has for caching.
Dr. D has a standing invitation. He and his family are more than welcome to join us for an event anytime. I didn't see him, but I'm going to assume that they were there. However, on the note of people coming to Metro Vancouver geocaching events, I need to formally make sure that the invitation is offered to the entire cast and crew of Caching in the Northwest to come to Vancouver this July 18th for the second annual Metro Vancouver Geocaching Summer Games. We are going to do them.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to check my calendar as soon as we get done with this podcast and pencil that in and make sure I can get up there, because I've been wanting to get there for quite a while, and what better reason than a Metro event and to hang with Land Monkey.
Yeah, exactly. We've got to head up north of the border and break into Land Monkey territory.
There you go.
But just want to let you know it's time for Scooter to turn over before he burns.
Oh, good call there, yeah.
Yeah, we're just offering that as a public service. So if you're listening to us in a tanning booth right now, go ahead, turn over, and you're going to be fine.
Speaking of calendar, it being a new calendar year, a new calendar month today, I also did a little geocache event of my own. It wasn't technically an event, but listeners will be excited to hear an interview coming up. I went to a little caching retail outlet in Spokane area here that, should we name them? Yes.
No,
we
got to keep the surprise.
Oh,
we have dissension among the groups.
No, Okay. No more dissension. I see where you're going with that bad cop. Wits end. I agree with the. I will fall in line. I agree with the bad cop. We will not tell our listeners
That's right.
which caching retail outlet in Spokane that you were at. It was one of them.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And she may actually be listening to us tonight because she said she might. But so I started off my year by actually logging a geocache. I logged a geocache earlier this week, which was late last year. So that brought my total for the month of December 2014 up to 1. And that means that
Did you
having
do that
found
map in
one
your
in
head?
December, having found one in December and having found one in January, I am now on a streak. I have found
Way
one
to
per
go.
month. I have found a
that's
cache every day of 2015. So this is really a revolutionary time.
I think a once a month streak is fair. You might want to maybe go more than one a month, but at least having something each month. I think that's a good streak. That's a reasonable goal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
I
I'll
don't
set
know
that
about
as a
you two.
resolution.
Just figure out how you want to tune your resolution there. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Wow. I don't know where to go from there.
We derailed already, didn't we?
All right. Well, hey, let's throw back to about this time last year when we, speaking for the Land Monkeys, we had some pretty ambitious ideas about what we were going to try and achieve through our geocaching adventures. Some of it we managed to hit, some of it not quite. But how about you, gents?
Well, last year my goal was to deal with trackables more quickly than I had the previous year. And I have to say I've done a pretty good job with that. I haven't moved a single trackable in 2014.
That's one way of dealing with that, yeah.
That means I didn't pick them up, and they're not sitting here waiting to go out. So I think I've done a good job there.
Well, that is admirable because I know I own trackables that have bounced around the globe, specifically in Germany, and never to be seen again. They just disappeared. So
yeah.
If you're not going to move them on, it's probably best to not pick them up in the first place. However, I mentioned my streak. Found a cache earlier this week and found a cache today. I picked up and dropped off a travel bug on that journey. So there you go. Moved a travel
Nicely
bug
done.
about 200 miles and helped it on its way.
Hey, that is laudable.
Yeah.
And I want to let you know, I'm going to keep that going, that same trackable thing going in 2015. In fact, I haven't even touched trackable yet this year.
Oh, I
Wow.
so want to mail a handful of trackables to the bad cop now, and just put you in a position, put you right in the hot seat, buddy.
Oh.
Well, I can't honestly remember what I resolved to do last year, but I know
So
that
did you do it?
geocaching was in there. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
If I can't remember, I had a perfect record. No, I know that we generically talked about just caching more, and I had some great geocaching experiences this past year, including the 7 souvenirs of August, and going to the block party with you fine gents, and doing all that kind of fun stuff.
fun.
So, all in all, it was a pretty good geocaching year for Wits End, and I'm looking forward to another one in 2015.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Now, let's change our way of thinking and talk about 2015. So what are some of the things you're going to change about the way you cache in 2015?
Wow. Great question. And well, me and my challenges, great challenge. So first off, no more caching streaks for the Land Monkeys.
What? Oh, I'm disappointed.
Hey, we got our 555 days in a row. I think that's good enough.
Can you at least guarantee one a month?
I can guarantee to our listeners right now, we will find one a month. The only thing that might happen is if heaven forbid something terrible happens and we can't. But under normal circumstances, at least one a month will be the new streak.
There you go. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used the word guarantee. More of a promise.
Promise. There you go. Commitment.
Commitment.
Our focus for 2015 is going to be probably more challenge-based caching in the sense of we want to complete our DT grid. We started to tackle that right at the tail end of this year in December. We're down to actually just 6 empty boxes now in that. So we're going to try and get that done.
So you're only looking at 6 days of caching. Oh, no.
There you go.
It's difficulty terrain. Sorry. Yeah.
Difficulty. Well, it depends where they are, right? So, but hey, and this is one of the things I'd love for us to do in an upcoming episode is to talk a little bit more about challenge caches, and particularly if we can do some work with Project GC, because that is such an amazing tool for helping you with challenge caches.
It really is. It really is. You know what? I'll see what I can schedule, and we'll get. If nothing else, we'll talk about it. To talk about how to use Project GC to get you moving along in your challenge caches. I mean, there's some that you just put in your geocaching name, push a button, and you're 90% there. So they have some incredible tools in Project GC.
They really do.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so I think for us, like I said, really the focus is going to be more on quality destinations and events. Destinations like, hey, more caching in Washington State and other exotic locales.
Wow,
this is an exotic locale.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We love our friends from Washington State.
And after all, Washington State is the home of geocaching headquarters. So, how much more exotic can you possibly be? I don't know about making my streak any more than once a month, but I am going to resolve to do more caching in 2015 than I have been, and I'm going to really try to investigate and explore more avenues of it. I've just been kind of doing old school, log and find, but I need to explore some of these geo tours and challenges and things like that I really haven't embraced. I don't have any disdain for them. It's been a busy few years. I've got kids in high school and college, and any number of excuses I could tell you, but I'm going to really try to explore more of that this year. And I know specifically one type of cache or one qualification. I really want to get out and do more night caching because I really enjoy those ones I've done.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I wish there was more around, but there's quite a few in Washington State, so we'll be coming down for some of those.
Ooh.
Awesome. This time of year we have a whole lot of night.
Yeah. We do.
Night is one thing we're not lacking at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Mrs. Landmonkey and I spent New Year's Eve. We went out and did a night cache.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
That was so last year.
Yeah. We're not talking about last year.
Sorry. My apologies.
I, for one, am going to make a concerted effort to go after some of the older and more historic caches right here in the Great Northwest. I've got them on a watch list, and I keep looking at them. Go, now's a good time to go get this one. The snow's melted, or what have you, and I just need to go do it. So, also, I am going to host my very first event in 2015.
Nice.
So maybe I can get on the same caching level as the land monkeys.
There you go.
Well, you are certainly setting yourself up for success if you set the bar that low in the sense of doing anything like a lion monkey. But all kidding aside, I'm sure you'll get tons of support from our listeners and the local caching community to help you achieve, both of you guys to help you achieve some of those caching goals. So hey, come on, folks, let's help these guys out. Let's start a telethon or whatever we need to do. We'll get a. We will
I'm a charity case.
Never hosted an event.
We'll get Witsend out caching more often. We're going to have people knocking on the door saying, "We're going caching, buddy," and we're gonna have everybody pledge to show up at the Bad Cops event.
There you go.
I like it.
Hey, and we have feedback. Did you know?
Yay!
Do we?
I love feedback.
Do tell.
Wet Coaster says just this morning he dropped 3 trackables in an event, and they were all picked up and moved along. So
nice.
I'll admit it's more than likely just me who don't know how to move trackables along, but it's the way I am. I'll grab them and I'll bring them home, look at them, and say, "Oh, great, I can do this," and then either I forget to take them with me, or I'll go to the cache and go, "Oh, left that in the car."
Yeah, that happens.
I'll go get the next one.
Yeah.
That happens. And it's really, if you're not in the practice of mentally remembering, I guess that's kind of redundant, but remembering mentally
Remember with your mind.
you need to, with your mind, that you need to have those trackables in your caching bag when you go to the cache, not just, hey, I got them as far as the car. It's tough though, right? Unless you get into that habit again, if you've gotten out of the habit, to get back into it. So I am willing to give you some latitude on that bad cop until you get back into the habit again. So.
What about some longitude?
No, only latitude.
Okay.
Have to wait till you've screwed up enough. You've lost your longitude, so you're going to have to cache in a straight line.
And altitude?
Oh.
Nope, sea level.
No,
until you get those trackables figured out.
Maybe I should make a run to myself up with a cool geocaching vest like somebody I know.
Wow.
With big pocketable items.
Well, you have a pocket for every geocoin you'd ever want to carry with you.
Some do, yes.
Wet Coaster
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That we should strive to achieve the minimum standard.
Oh, well, I got that.
Hey, it's the least I can do, and I always do. The least I can do.
The least I can do.
The least I can do.
Oh dear, that's good. Hey, Wet Coaster, thanks for watching the show tonight. Saw him this morning. He was one of the many people who came out to our event this morning. It was awesome.
Did you pick up any of the trackables he left?
I haven't gone through as event co-runners, co-hosts. We had the joyous privilege of bringing home all the trackables that were left behind at the event. So I haven't actually had a chance to go through everything yet, so I may or may not have some of the ones he dropped off, but we do have a lot to get rid of now.
Maybe that's the reason I haven't done an event. Is it involved?
So your threat to mail a bunch of trackables to the bad cop was not an idle threat.
Oh, that was not an idle threat at all.
To back it up.
That's right. They're coming, buddy.
Okay, we can end the show now. We just need to end it now.
If I have to drive them down there. Oh, dear. Okay, well, speaking of ending the show, do we have anything else we wanted to share with our listeners before we...
Well, if you have any caching resolutions, please send them to feedback@cachingnw.com. Of course, you can call our phone line. That would be area code 253-693-TFTC. And tell us about your caching resolutions. We'll put them on the next show. And I think that's a lot of fun to find out what other people want to do right here in the Great Pacific Northwest.
Fantastic suggestion.
Absolutely. Send them along. We'd love to hear from you. We love all the listeners' feedback. It's always welcome.
For sure it is. And boy, I had another thought. It just went right out of the back of my head. So with that, setting the bar where I normally set it, let me take this opportunity to thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. You can be a part of the show. Call 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, correction, or question any time of the day or night. Of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. And hey, if you can find a way to send trackables to feedback@cachingnw.com, you should do that too. Visit cachingnw.com for the show notes on this show or more about any other Caching in the Northwest episodes. Also, your support helps keep quality shows coming in 2015. If you like this show, please click the PayPal button on the website. This show is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2014 by Chris Umfenauer.
Alrighty. Is that copyright 2014 or 2015?
Oh, it should be 2015. I knew I'd slip up.
Oh, there's one episode now that's out there, and it's free reign. Anybody wants to take any part of this episode and do whatever they want with it. That's no copyright.
No copyright at all on that one.
And there was so much quality in this one.
Mm-hmm.
No part of this broadcast may be disseminated without the express written consent of Major League Geocaching.
That's right.
Oh, wait.
And we are definitely
Love
Major League
hotel.
geocachers.
Of
That's
the
corrected
TBC.
now, eh? So the template's been updated. That's good. That's funny. Yeah, we had. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. That's perfect. So right after the podcast ends.
Yeah.
You're still on the air. We're still on the air for those people that are stick around.
Now just the important people are listening.
That's
so
right.
Wet Coaster.
And Doramore.
And Doramore, that's right, yeah. And sometimes Three Hams in a Row when he's around.
And occasionally Brayling. So hey, we're just growing like crazy.
There you go, we are.
Exactly.
No, actually, we had that's what I was gonna share, that if people want to have feedback on future episodes, that we're getting them all lined up, and we'll make sure we update the site with it. That's what I was gonna share. So for those who are listening to the video part of the podcast, Bad Cop Wits End and I have been over the holidays banging some ideas around some future episodes, including Wits End's super secret surprise interview that we'll hear coming up.
That's a
soon.
super secret surprise.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's good. No, it was awesome. How many listeners we have in the Metro Vancouver area who come up and say, "Hey, listen to the podcast," and
Great.
sorry about your luck, and
Sorry about your co-host, but you're great.
Yeah.
no, it's great, and it's really nice. First of all, Mrs. Landmonkey and I, we love helping with the events. Anyways, it's just fun to help out, and I was boiling hot water and serving out hot water for hot chocolate.
You know
and
that
tea
recipe?
today. Yeah, it was. Somebody asked me at one point. They said, "Oh, what are you cooking?" And I said, "Hot water. That is the extent of my cooking expertise." That was funny, but no,
Is
it's
that,
neat. And, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the dihydrogen monoxide thermal expansion.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, Wet Coaster is popping up there. A great event this morning. Thanks, Land Monkey. Well, thank you, Wet Coaster, and everybody else listening who came out. And the event can't happen if there aren't volunteers out there making it happen, but it certainly doesn't happen if nobody shows up either. So
There
it's
you go.
Yeah.
two ways.
It's a two-edged sword. It's a two-way street.
Ooh,
Yeah, I guess it's
something like that.
It's more of a two-way street than a double-edged sword.
A double-edged sword. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I mangled that.
That's okay.
But it's not like a one-way street.
It is definitely not a one-way street.
And you know what? Wet Coaster says you didn't burn the water at all. And you would know
Nice.
you probably had some of your cooked water.
He did have some of my cooked water.
So that means you've got the ability to do tea, cocoa, any of the boil and bag items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Spaghetti
Now,
noodles.
Well,
That's because
noodles,
hydrogen and oxygen are both combustible.
Yes, they are. How come together they put out fire?
Hmm.
Go figure.
Yeah, hydrogen, I mean, is one of the most combustible gases.
Yeah, it's the perfect thing to put in your blimp.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, a dirigible.
A dirigible.
They called them
I
a
love
Zeppelin back in the day.
They did.
Hey, you call them.
Stay off the dirigible plums.
Dirigible plums. Don't know that one.
Harry Potter reference.
Ah.
That was pretty geeked out.
Hey, gents, I would love to stay and chat, but as our astute listeners will notice, I'm not in my home studio. We're visiting family out of town, and I'm set up in a portable mode. So I'm going to go back and down the hall and visit family.
Gave you away.
Yeah. This is not the new set for Wits End's podcast studio.
Bummer.
This is over the river and through woods. We came to grandmother's house for the holidays.
Nice.
So
Aren't
I will
a
bid
good
you all a
son-in-law?
fond farewell, adieu, adios, and all of that.
Happy
And,
New
I'll
Year
see
to
next
you
week.
and the family.
Well,
All
good
right.
night, Lawrence. Well,
Same. Same to you guys. I got to go turn on the bubbles.
All right. Nice.